Hey guys, so welcome back to a new video. So everyone's there talking about Malta, Isle of Man, Curacao, but there's actually a massive new casino license. And again, people are very interested in the banking licenses, the cheap ones, because you can essentially get up and running so fast, right? And today we're actually speaking about Anjouan. So I'm going to show you exactly why the Anjouan iGaming gaming license is fantastic for some scenarios of business models, right? Additionally, we're going to look at how to verify if it's a real license, where it beats and loses the MGA, Isle of Man, Curacao, timelines, cost, banking, crypto, payment network rails, and compliance traps you must avoid. And in the end, again, you're going to know if it's the right sports book or online casino, which you actually want to look at hosting as well. So, quick context here, we actually do structure offshore businesses, financial licenses, payment setups, network rails, cross-border operators, and this is essentially an educational walkthrough. It's not legal advice here, right? So you can use it as a blueprint to have an informed conversation with your lawyer and compliance team. Again, it's pretty simple stuff, right, guys? So what is Anjouan? Who is the actual regulator and how to verify a license? So Anjouan is a strange island. You're going to struggle to find it on the map, right? And it's under Comoros, and it's used by many iGaming startups because of the fast processing and lower cost of entry, e.g. a smaller barrier to entry, right? And the verification does matter. There are multiple websites claiming authority as part of due diligence. Always check the stated regulator and to look at the license if you are buying a ready-made license as well. So you might encounter Gaming Control Anjouan and Anjouan License Services, the AOFA. Treat any claim as unverified until the alleged regulator's register shows the operator and the exact approved domains publicly accessible when the register actually exists, if you are buying those pre-existing companies right there. So when you're actually thinking about what a license covers, okay, now, it's similar to other licenses, especially in banking and VASP licenses over in cryptocurrency as well. But essentially, it's for remote casinos, sports betting, poker, related iGaming verticals under one umbrella license, a category that's coverage is quite broad actually. And usually an Anjouan IBC or, it's a similar corporate vehicle plus application to the gaming regulator is named in your pathway. And you can expect, not heavy, it's very light, but full KYC on shareholders, UBOs, directors, and the key function holders in the business plan, of course. Again, with the AML and responsible gaming policies as well for platform and hosting details, T's and C's, and the domain lists. So processing time is between 2 to 6 weeks, I would say, after a complete compliance plaque. And budget in for extra time for setting up the actual payment network rails, typically done for a Cyprus entity as well, or maybe a Canadian, having like an MSB linked on there as well. Those payment network rails and credit card acquiring tools, and technical readiness, and treat speed claims as marketing. Yes, it's very fast, but again, you want to look at 6 to 10 weeks. There's no rush to set up one of these large businesses right here. Now it's super cheap. You're looking at about $20,000 for your own license here. And annual costs as well are even cheaper. Below $10,000 is a completely viable solution right there. Now you can actually have payment and crypto rails, again, linked in with this. Potentially maybe you're interested in other licenses, such as a crypto OTC exchange desk or a complete in-house crypto-only network rails. We might be looking at like a Panama license. I'm going to be uploading a lot of content on these licenses moving forward, even aside from iGaming, right? So we've got iGaming, banking, and cryptocurrency / digital asset providers, right? But back to the Anjouan, you can expect, geo-blocking and legal opinions for restricted markets, chargeback and the actual fraud stack, the risk actual engine, device fingerprinting, sanctioned country list, whatever. Responsible gambling tools and self-exclusion processes have to be embedded within the system as well. PSB and EMI onboarding fees and rolling reserves. And the rule of thumb for the actual budgeting of this, if that kind of makes sense, is the license plus the company as the smallest line actual item. You got payments, risk, and acquisition, which normally dominate your first year of cash, right? In terms of the payments and crypto rails, what actually works here is crypto-friendly Anjouan license, right? Very, very key there. So again, you have to have a payment stack within that, network rails, and like KYC onboarding, of course, is very common with these ones here. And obviously card acquiring is possible, but often it's quite difficult, but it can actually happen. So when we actually look at, when we compare this to like Isle of Man and Malta, it's a completely different license, Anjouan is a lower entry barrier and a faster path. It's got a very broad license scope. It's crypto friendly, but greater, actual scrutiny in terms of reputational risk. Again, you cannot be marketing to UK customers, for example, which is one reason why you would potentially prefer a UK GC license. Again, that then comes with its own weights as well. But the gambling industry is very interesting. So, if you do actually want a sober, easy, compliant solution, crypto or fiat, we can actually help you. We can help you compare that with other particular licenses and help you get set up and maybe multiple licenses as well. If this is your first time even meeting me, it's Will from Forward Solutions / HPT Group. We've recently actually rebranded as well. So just to keep that one in mind. And yeah, we can definitely help you. There's a meeting link down below. Feel free to actually book it. But, let's be honest, it's not the license like a UK GC, right, or Gibraltar, or Isle of Man, or Malta. It's a completely different stack. In terms of marketing and where you can market to your clients, it's vastly different. You cannot be marketing to UK customers. That would be illegal. And yeah, it's a huge big focus point. Again, I could speak about Anjouan for a very, very, very long time, as well as other gaming licenses and other types of VASP licenses or banking licenses, EMIs, MSBs, PSBs, whatever it actually is, right? So I'm going to try and upload some more content on these fintech solutions moving forward, as they are fantastic business models for you guys watching this. Obviously, you've got to click this, so you're definitely interested in these types of stuff. And again, these can be coupled into a trust, holding codes, and the other content which I've typically put out there. It's very common for these to be all coupled together within that holding structure, and why you would actually potentially have some of these structures for the increased privacy and asset protection. There's obviously for some pitfalls of owning these high-risk businesses, right? And again, these all come into high-risk banking, and we can help you with the banking aspects as well. That's what we actually specialize in, or myself, that's what I specialize in, right? So other than that, guys, I'm not going to ramble on any more about Anjouan. Do some research yourself. If you want me to send you some PDFs, some packs, drop me a message, will.hodgson@forwardsolutions.com, or you can reach out on our website and we can book a quick Zoom meeting. There's also a Zoom meeting down below. And other than that, guys, I will leave you to it, and I'll see you in the next video.